So, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Insurgence. This time we'll be going after the Elite Four in the Pokemon League. So, if you like these videos, hit that like button. I'm not going to bother you about it again. So, this Elite Four is different than a normal Elite Four. You've got 4 different chambers that you can go to independently. You don't have to go into them like in a series. You can just go into them whenever you feel like it. However, you still have to beat all 4 in a row without leaving, and then you have to beat the champion. So I go into the far left chamber. So you go through this left hand side door here, and then the next left one after the Cresselia statue, and that'll be the hardest Elite Four member I have to fight here. This is going to be Kayla. She has a Trick Room team, and she is going to give me absolute nightmares. So the issue with her is that she leads off with a Spearow that has Spore. So me thinking I'm kind of smart, I read ahead and I'm like, okay, let me try out this grass type. Now, here's the problem. Because Spearow sees that I have a grass type, it's not going to use Spore at all. So instead of getting some type of hidden advantage, it actually just inspires the Spearow to pass anyway, just without, you know, trying to use Spore on me. So basically, what I end up doing is losing a lot. I lose this battle a lot of times. Right here, this Scissors is going to set up against me. I miss Grass Whistle an insane number of times, and I get a reset. Going back into the battle, we're going to try this again. Hopefully Grass Whistle doesn't screw us over quite as bad, but we'll see. Alright, leading off again. Go up against Spearow. We'll hit that Grass Whistle. We actually landed, but notice that Moody still works even with it being asleep. So, yeah, it's still a problem. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to take this guy out before he becomes an issue. But Grass Whistle somehow just is not cooperating with us. Scizor has lefties, which is making it even harder on us. But fortunately, it does go down. Now, his next Pokemon out is Sylveon. And Grass Whistle was the right play here, but I just missed anyway. And missing just cost me so much because, yeah. And also, I make a mistake. I don't think I realized that Sylveon doesn't resist Moonblast, so I end up using the much weaker hidden power. It's like a difference of 135 power versus 60. I would have done double the damage. I'm not very used to fairy type in general. Like, I'm very much a Gen 1 through 3, a little bit of 4 player when it comes to main games. And honestly competitive too. So, yep, as you can see, we just get smoked. Alright, we're trying this again. Now you can see I have it on ×5 speed. You know why I have times on ×5 speed? Because I don't like wasting your time. I'm just going to lose a lot of fights. Mostly because Grass Whistle misses, or the enemy wakes up too early, or I just send him in a bad position for other reasons. You can see I put on a Focus Sash there on my Flygon. That is a critical component to succeeding in this fight with my particular team. So I no longer have Armored Flygon. I don't think I'm going to have Armored Flygon for most of the Elite Four. Focus Sash ends up being the correct answer to a lot of these fights. And it's not just on Flygon. It's going to be on multiple Pokemon. Yep. And you can see when I'm missing Grass Whistle, I just immediately reset there. It's not worth my time. Boop, missed again. And yep. So here's the most crucial thing. So back on Route 6, you were able to find Taunt. I think it was Route 6. Go ahead and teach Taunt to Delta Hydreigon if you have it, or whatever you have. That'll be able to stop Smeargle in its tracks. So you see, you hit it with Taunt real quick. Now it can't use Spore. And we knock it down. Now, I have an issue here. Because I'm pretty sure Espeon knows stored power. So I didn't want to leave Hydreigon in for that. But fortunately, Hydreigon, Roserade is able to score the critical hit with Dark Pulse there. Still have a problem. Sylveon's the other big issue for, and honestly all 6 for Pokemon are problems, but Sylveon is like the biggest problem because I don't really have a physical attacker besides Flygon who can get one shot. But fortunately, Focus Sash comes through. Now, Earthquake. I think we do. No. Oh yeah, we do Earthquake. Or do we not? Okay, we don't. So this is going to be where I scored the crit, I think. Or something like that happens. We set New Moon. He gets Scald. That's actually really scary that he got the Scald. Yeah. Ouch. The Scald one-shotting was not... I don't know if... I know that Surf gets a boost in New Moon. I don't know if Scald does. Or if that's just Mega Slowbro's power. But that's scary. Anyway, the darkness is up, so we're going to go ahead. Hit that Nasty Plot on him real quick. Honestly, I should have gone for a Dark Pulse there. Because Dark Pulse has a chance to stagger or flinch. I've been playing so many different games, I can't remember like the names of certain things. Yeah, I didn't get the flinch chance because I went for Nasty Plot instead. But now we can just Earthquake it. One thing I could have used in this fight, I could have used Mega Delta Blastoise for a little bit more power. But that was my first time making it to the Slowbro. Now, he's only got 2 Pokemon left. They're both physical attackers. But one of them is a Blaziken. You already know how broken that kind of is. I don't want to throw away my Vespiquen because, yeah, I don't want to throw away my only fire attack. Meganium's absolutely useless against Blaziken, for instance. And I did give away my fire attack that was on Hydreigon here. Fortunately, we are going to get away with just using Earth Power, spinning it out until Blaziken itself is done. And now, Sizzle's last survivor, we're able to hit it with Earth Power and it goes down. So with that, we've beaten the first Elite Four member. Now, that was going to be the hardest of the 4, so that's why I started with her. Because I had a feeling that I'd want to deal with her first. Like, if I can't beat her, there's no point in beating the other 3. So, you just do what you normally do. After Elite Four battle, you heal up. And, yeah. We're going to get on to the next room, which is going to be the one right next to Kayla here. The guy there is going to be a Sandstorm team, Eduard. We're going to be able to handle him fairly efficiently. Like, he's not really a huge problem, especially with Meganium here. By the way, Mega Meganium, we haven't utilized it yet, but its special ability is a Magic Bounce. So, we're not going to have too many issues because Mega Meganium's Magic Bounce is just going to handle it. Now, that said, I'm not going to win on my first try. We are going to try Grass Whistle, as usual. it works, and then I'm gonna try to set up. But he wakes up and then he swaps in accidentally because his whirlwind gets back and bounced the best threat against me, and now I'm just like, okay, well, that's a reset. So reset, and then we're back in it. All right, we played lottery again with Grass Whistle, and we lose. And because I did not Mega Evolve, he actually got the Stealth Rock set up. I didn't know he was going to set up Stealth Rock, so I was like, oh, maybe I should have Mega Evolved. I think I was trying to play speed games, that's why I didn't Mega Evolve that time. But no, it's not worth it if he actually gets to set up rocks. And I said, okay, maybe it's not worth setting up at all. Maybe I should just attack instead of using Calm Mind. I think I ended up regretting that. Yeah, look at that. If I boosted, I would be in a much stronger position here. And then Iron Head just one shots. So yeah. And here, I'm pretty much thinking, is it worth going deeper into the battle? But I've got this Aegislash here. I'm not very good at fighting Aegislash because I didn't have to really deal with it often when I played competitive. But yeah, I think it showed up after I was pretty much done on the ladders. And this will be our first time seeing Mega Cacturn. We are going to try to deal with it, but it's actually extraordinarily scary Mega. Fortunately, this guy doesn't have Pursuit because he would have just got a free kill right there. But yeah, that Giga Drain, holy crap. From basically full health to nothing. Yep. So I'm looking at my team, I'm like, okay, what do we need to do? Alright. Rose Raid, Focus Ash. And of course you have to heal it up to full for Focus Ash to work. Alright. So go for Calm Mind first because we do want him to succeed at setting up Stealth Rock for us. Not a bad swap. We'll continue to Moonblast. Fortunately, Sandveil does not come through for him. I don't know if he has Sandveil, but I'm assuming he does. Actually, that's very, very cruel to use double team when you're supposed to be kind of competitive. Nice, we got the crit there. So Mega Cacturn goes down. This is basically going to be the Mega Meganium fight until it isn't. And now it isn't. We already know what that's going to do, so we just swap straight out. Now looking at it, Lava Plume's pretty much the only good choice I have, so we get the burn for it. Oh no, Dust of Vespiquen. I think Dust of Vespiquen is kind of like a victim of regular Vespiquen's low stats. Because if it had just a little bit more to work with, it would be such a dominant threat. It's just such a dominant threat. Alright, we're going to throw out our High Dragon. Our High Dragon is definitely going to be faster because it has Intimidation. And Escadrille. You hit that with Flamethrower. And since it doesn't have the sand up, I'm assuming it has Sand Rush, but it's not going to work. And then last out is Egg Slash, which it takes super effective damage from Earth Power, but we're going to use Flamethrower because we want to preserve our PP. That might have been a slight mistake, but honestly, it'll work out. It'll buff. Then Flygon should probably be, yeah. Flygon should definitely, because Earthquake is just like guaranteed. Kill more just Egg Slash, yeah. Alright, so now Eduard's down. But I guess he was nowhere near as hard as Kayla. Like, because Kayla could just, once Kayla was set up against you, you just lost. Whereas, yeah, Eduard has some setup stuff going too, especially with the weather. But you'll probably be fine. So I know we just finished off with a weather team, but we got another weather team coming up. This one's going to be Yuki with the snow team. So it's cool. I love snow as a weather because it's never really gotten love, especially in the earlier gens. And ice is the worst type out there, so just anything you can make weather work is awesome. So you can see, as soon as I saw he's trying to set up Stealth Rock 2, went ahead and put Meganium back in the game, and then we got Energy Ball in place of Hidden Power. That is in order to make sure that we can get that Magic Bounce back, and also try to do some sweeping. Now, unfortunately, I don't think setting up here was the right idea because of its Focus Sash. But you can see we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're 1 for 1, but they have rocks up against them. Now here's another mistake I make. I need to stop setting up against enemies I haven't fought before. Like, really? Because I'm just letting myself get smoked on repeatedly. And I'm pretty sure starting is faster. And it certainly is. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Alright, trying again. Fortunately, Mamoswine is faster. And because Mamoswine is faster, it can still set up Stealth Rock before we put it to sleep. So we're able to get through it with full health. And we have setup. So that's really nice. We hit the follow up with the Energy Ball. Now we have this Cryogonal. I want to use Moonblast. Well, actually, so I try Grass Whistle here, but it doesn't matter what I try because I get one shot. Now, Heat Wave was probably the best move here, honestly. I should have used Heat Wave. Ooh, surviving on 1 health but getting frozen is just a smack in the face. But then again, I think mathematically Dark Pulse might have had it actually. And here, that's another one where the math is hard. Is Aura Sphere with Stab and super effective better than... I think it is actually, yeah. Aura Sphere was the right move there. Oh, come on, give me the burn. Need that burn. There we go. Now we get a little bit more damage off per turn. Now here's the thing. Kraganal can't do anything against Delta Vespiquen. I don't know that immediately, but I figure it out eventually. So I really should have just set up the +6 there, but I didn't. And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered because close combat is going to one-shot. So nothing I did would have mattered there. So now I had Dragon. Super effective. That's because it's part fairy type. It's a fairy fighting type. And then this is a ice. It's electric ice with levitate, right? So yeah. Yep, we lose. But we got a lot closer that time. Obviously, we need to go back to our favorite item, the Focus Sash. I'm gonna try to pull off the same deal we did last time. Everything's going so far so good. He's going to swap. And because he swaps, now he's got Hail Up before his Starmie comes out. That's not amazing for us, because that means that Starmie's going to have 100% accurate Blizzard. But it's still going to go down in one shot. We're still going to try to grass whistle this thing, but it's still going to just use Blizzard and knock us out. But this is second snow setter. So once we get rid of that snow, we're not going to have to worry about snow again. Or maybe we will, but I think we won't have to worry about it again. So we get rid of the snow. This time we don't get frozen, thankfully. Alright. Dark Pulse. Use it. There we go. But he does hit us with Blizzard again, so it don't matter. Throw out Vespiquen. You already know. Honestly, this time I could have set up to +6 with not any issues. Because he doesn't have what you call it. He sends out his Mamoswine to get one shot. That was funny. And because he swapped into a death, I don't actually get a I don't actually get my setup. But he does send out another fighting type, which of course one-shots. But I was very low on health by that point. And then we'll try sending out Hydreigon. And it's going to get one shot because I'm super effective against it. But we've got 2 Pokemon left. We're not going to lose this. Flygon has a Focus Sash on it for this specific reason. We're going to actually use Draco Media here. I think we are. Or actually, no, we use Tailwind just for extra insurance, and then we use Draco Meteor. We get the crit on it. I don't know if we needed it. I doubt we needed it. But either way, Delta Scizor goes down. And with that, we only have 1 Elite Four member left. You can see that we're getting faster at winning these. And that'll hold true. The last member of the Elite Four is going to be London. His team has a trick team, a trick room theme to it. So you're going to see that come out immediately. But if you break through the trick room, then he goes down pretty quickly. He's going to lead off with Mega Reunculus, which has an ability that creates a trick room So now, basically, he's guaranteed to always have Trick Room for the first 5 moves of every fight. Let's just put it like that. Now, Meganium does not help for the first time. Having Meganium does not help against Mega Reunculus. So we instead swap to our Delta Rose Raid and we take it out. This is a steel fighting type Golork. There's nothing we can really do against this guy. We just have to accept our L there. Yeah, I didn't expect Delta Golork to be that scary, but it is pretty scary. We swap out. Now we got to deal with the Togekiss, a fairy type, against a Pokemon that's 4 times weak to fairy. It's not going to work out for us very well. And now we have the most infuriating interaction of the Elite Four for me. So we're going to go to Calm Mind, right? So, and then we're going to try to knock this thing out. And just a, yep, Paraflinch. And yeah, no, it's got Gen 4 strats against me, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? It doesn't go for Thunder Wave this time, which saddens me, because if it did, then I'd at least have that going for me. But yeah, now that we know what's going on. By the way, Mega Reunculus, I don't know how to pronounce that. It gained speed, gains base speed when it Mega Evolves, so it actually gets worse in a Trick Room as it sets up Trick Room. It's a really interesting design choice because it's kind of like making the Mega worse on purpose for what you're trying to use it for. Alright, we set up Calm Mind. Or we set up Night, and then we go for 2 Dark Pulses. Again, we're just gonna get 1 shot. I don't even know why I think about it this hard. Like, it's clear what the outcome is. Maybe I'm just thinking about the difference between Dark Pulse and Heat Wave. But either way, we're going to lose, so it's not worth thinking about that hard. Alright. I think Kayla should be my actual pick here. Because it's Fighting Steel type, just use a Fighting type, yeah. Or no, because Dark type, dang. Yeah, I don't really have great choices because Flygon can get 2-shot with Focus Sash by Ice Punch. There's nothing really amazing to use here. Earth Fragile, you know. Earth Power. Oh, but Twisted Dimensions did return to normal, and that's why I said once you break through the Trick Room, this becomes a lot less of a problem. It'd make things even better if he didn't set out another Trick Room setter. So now he's basically got a whole bunch of slow, hard-hitting Pokemon. So as long as I continue to win trades, I should get ahead. Why am I thinking so hard about this? Just send out Flygon. There we go. I'm saying it like it's a matter of fact right now, but it truly is. And I honestly shouldn't have used Tailwind. Earthquake. All his Pokemon are going to be slow, so there's no point in using Tailwind. I would have outsped regardless. I think I was worried about Togekiss. And I think I was worried here that Mega Marowak is going to come out, but honestly, there's already a Mega on this team, so why am I worried about Mega Marowak? But, you know, brain, not braining. I still have a Grass type move on Meganium right now, so Swapping him in is a great choice. Why am I using grass whisper here? Maybe I want to set up. But ouch. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't just wake up. There we go. But it missed, so. Alright, you know what? That's a good trade. It missed one, I missed one. Moonblast for the win. Oh, and we're faster. So I didn't need Tailwind at all, because that was the interaction I was worried about. Meganium versus Togekiss. And then we could just finish this off with Energy Ball on Jellicent. And London goes down. So yeah, another sweep by Meganium. Meganium has been actually very good at the end of the game. It did have some issues against Kayla, but honestly, there aren't very many good choices against Kayla. It feels like you just have to have taunt and something to deal with everything. Alright, so now that we've beaten the 4th Elite Four member, the statue moves over to the right. We hit that button, and that button opens up a door. So now we can go face a champion. Now, looking at these symbols, who do you think the champion is? Pause the video, just in case you know, pause the video if you want to figure it out. Just look at the symbols. You got the Delta symbol, the Yin Yang symbol, and the Mega symbol. Who's the one important person in this game we haven't fought yet? Yeah, this guy. Reukra, the actual leader of perfection. It's not Tan, it's actually Reukra. And we have not fought him yet in this game. So, he's going to be our champion, and he's actually really hard battle. Because he's just good stuff. A lot of good stuff. It's not a theme, it's just a bunch of really strong stuff. Not having a cohesive theme does kind of hinder, but at the same time it empowers in different ways. So what I would say is, like, his team doesn't have like blizzard going on where there's a hailstorm and, you know, it's just super strong ice and stuff. So it loses that, like, but just having really strong things in itself is an advantage, because if you're not tied to a theme, then sometimes you could just have stronger stuff in general that aren't codependent on each other, like how London's team fell apart as soon as he didn't have Trick Room up, or like Yuki's team fell apart as soon as they stopped having Snow up. All right. So here we're going to lead off Michaela. Michaela is actually our best lead off against Tyranitar. Armor Tyranitar there. Now we have to deal with Kyurem Black. It's going to outrage our Delta Vest Queen of Death. You know, this is a weaker team, so I'm not really surprised that my Pokemon who have, in general, have lower base stat totals than normal, besides Hydreigon, are going to be, you know, going to have issues. Alright. I unintentionally evade Outrage there. If that looked like a 200 IQ move, I promise you I did not think about it that well. Actually, if it chose to use Ice Beam instead, Meganium probably would have fainted. Alright. So Volcarona, Delta Volcarona is a monster. It has 0 weaknesses because unless you have like Mold Breaker, Escadrille, it has 0 weaknesses because it's a dark poison type with Levitate. Yeah. that's a 0 weakness combination. Now, if it gets hit by a mold breaker earthquake or gravity is in effect or something, who use that move, then yeah, you can hit it with super effective earthquakes, but that's not a typical thing. Also, why does it have a night sky behind it? Like, that's such a weird sprite. Like, is it supposed to have that behind it? And yeah, we're just focus sashing it up, guys. Obviously, it's like, yeah, I'm sick of like trying. I'm like, yeah, no, focus sash will take care of my problems here. So Aura Sphere, one shots, Tyranitar. I don't even know why I thought twice about this. Just use Aura Sphere. Like, yeah, Ice Beam probably one shot, but still. I don't know why we're thinking twice about this. This is not a hard choice at all. Vespa Queen actually manages to squeeze through this time. However, Delta Haxorus comes out, and that is an interesting Delta. So it is part steel. So I don't think I want to throw out Meganium here. So I ended up using Tailwind, which was the right call, and then Earthquake, which works out. Oh, by the way, I'm using Armored Flygon. I didn't think I would be using Armored Flygon. We're going to follow up with Draco Meteor against Mega Flygon. And now I still have my Mega left. So worst case scenario, we could always use it, but Mega Meganium's not like Mega Flygon where it comes out and it hits the battle like, you know, a box of rocks. Alright, so here's our problem. Mewtwo just hit the floor and we only have 3 Pokemon left. Realistically, only 2 Pokemon left because the first Pokemon is going to get smoked. Now, if I swapped in the Rose Raid immediately, I probably could have saved Hydreigon for later. Realistically, that's the only thing I can't do is one blast here. Alright, now we have Delta Volcarona again. And that's just as bad as Mewtwo. Honestly, worse because I don't have the ability to one-shot it. But it does have the ability to one-shot me. And all I have left is Meganium, who, yeah, it doesn't have the firepower to take this thing down. Honestly, it doesn't have the move to take this thing down either. Yep. Another L. So, using Focus Sashes was not the instant W that I thought it would be, or I was hoping it would be. So, we go back into battle a few more times. Actually, this might be the last one right here. Alright, Nasty popping up. Gonna double that special attack real quick. Now we're gonna one-shot Tyranitar with Aura Sphere again. Or not one-shot it. Apparently we can fail that. So yeah, we can fail we can fail to one-shot it. So now he has a sacrifice up. That's not good for us. And he can bring back Sandstorm again, which isn't all great for us either. Because, well, it does help with Volcarona, because Poison Dark doesn't resist it. Alright. Oh, we survived Kyurem. Delta Vespa Queen is sweeping right now. We've got 3 down. Alright, so we're ahead 2-3. Or actually 1-3 we're ahead. Roserade's gonna come out, of course. It has that Moonblast that we need to one-shot. And he misses. I forgot what he's trying to use. Focus Blast? Yeah, he misses Focus Blast. Alright. So I have a problem. What do I even send in against this thing? And I think what I'm trying to do here is flinch it. But instead I crit, so that's just as good. And unfortunately our tailwind runs out like a turn ahead of when we need to run out. So it's just gonna straight up bug buzz us. That's not good. And now I'm looking at my team like, what can I even do here? Well, I have a fairy, and once it becomes a fairy type, it's not going to be weak to bug anymore. But that damage is going to hurt. But instead of just going straight for it, because I'm afraid of the damage range, I do go for the risk of Grass Whistle. Fortunately, we hit it. And then we go for Moonblast. And fortunately, we did go for that Grass Whistle because Moonblast did not have the range to one-shot. And now we win. So yeah, that's the Elite Four of the Pokemon League. Honestly, it was a blast. 5 champions or 5 boss battles in a row without being able to, you know, switch out your party between them is extraordinarily difficult in this game. Like, each single boss in this game was very, very hard. And then doing 5 in a row with the same team was just ridiculous. So, the Pokemon League does earn its prestige in this game. Now, I've seen people speedrun non-hard mode with, I think, Escadrille basically one-shots everything once you get set up, which is awesome. But I don't know if you can do that in hard mode. I'd have to see. But here's our team. Delta Blastoise. I wish we had the shiny. Delta Vespiquen, Mega Meganium, Armored Flygon, Delta Roserade, and Delta Hydreigon. And yeah, Hall of Famers. Let us see it. Yeah. So that'll be pretty much all she wrote for this part. Now we are going into the post game of Pokemon Insurgence starting next episode. So keep watching, because honestly, up until the post game is like basically 1/2 of the gameplay. So basically, I'm expecting to have another 6 or 7 episodes after this with just post-game battles, just stuff that goes on in the post-game. So there's one more entire region to go through. I still haven't gotten Rock Climb. I still haven't actually been to Gaia Town. There's like other stuff to do. I haven't even unlocked breeding deltas yet, and that's something that you unlock in post game. So there's a lot of stuff to do coming up in post game. Battle Frontier as well. Like, yeah. Oh, and the final challenge, and yeah, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a serious mess. Matter of fact, we might only be a third way through the game, realistically. But I'll leave that for another time. As always, I've been me, you've been awesome. If you're subscribed, thank you. If you're not subscribed and you've made it this far, thank you. Consider becoming a subscriber so we can get this money up, because I ain't got no money coming in from YouTube. I'm only at 500 subscribers, so yeah, that'll be all. Peace.